Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, it's finally here. The Last of Us series is finally debuting today, and I'm here to watch it. Again, this is going to be a little bit different reaction video because, disclaimer, I've already seen it. I was able to see a screening of episode 1. If you want to see the highlights and my experience with that screening, you could check out the video I posted on the channel that should be up already by now. But I still wanted to kind of rewatch it to get myself in the mood for the weekly releases so that every week I can do these reactions to the episodes as they come out. So it's kind of nice to be able to kind of rewatch it, at the comfort of my own home instead of like a theater setting, even though that was like a really awesome experience and getting to hear and see the reactions of everyone else in the audience. As I mentioned in my review, this series is going to be very emotional, and this episode alone had a couple of emotional beats to it. So I'm very curious to see how those moments are going to hit me. And as someone who's played through the game at least twice, I'm actually currently in my third replay of the game, so that I could kind of get myself more familiar or more recently familiar again with the storylines and how the beats go throughout the game, so that when every episode comes out, I can kind of pinpoint, all right, this is what they did in the game, that's what they didn't do, this is new, this is what they embellished, this is what they expanded on, so on and so forth. So I'll be calling out certain things that are in the game and that aren't in the game. And if I don't remember, don't hate me, don't crucify me, let's just talk about it in the comment section. Speaking of the comment section, don't forget, leave your comments, react along with me to every part that I'm reacting to. Let me know what you think about the episode as we go through it, as we watch it every week. Let me know some of the things that you like, some of the things that you didn't like, and so that you could join me on this journey of The Last of Us. If you haven't done so already, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget, hit that notification bell to get notified every time a new episode is uploaded. So without further ado, let us watch episode 1 of The Last of Us. I love that they went far back, kind of set the tone of the virus itself. A great discussion amongst these two expertise, viral infections and all that.
Do you think microorganisms pose a threat?
Oh, in the most dire terms.
Bacteria.
No.
You like saying no.
Yes.
Not bacteria, not viruses. So
Fungal. Yes. See, again, I love that they're really explaining how this whole virus attacked everyone and how it became this huge, crazy pandemic. It's a very great explanation, too, and kind of makes you wonder and think, like, is this something that could really happen? Is it something like The Happening, M. Night Shyamalan's movie, where the trees were attacking us? Well, those trees, that's not fungus, right? So, well, whatever. It's basically telling you exactly what's happening to the humans when they get infected. Hence, how they become like walking zombies. Global warming doesn't exist. It's all a myth. So smart. I can't express enough how brilliant this opening is. Setting the tone. It's so good. So well done. Again, this is necessary for a series like this, especially for a debut episode, to, again, explain things and get the person who's not familiar with the game or the story understand exactly how something like this could happen. Okay, I'll say this. HBO series, like, their intros are usually some of the best intros I've ever seen. You have your Game of Thrones, your House of Dragons, even like Westworld. Such great openings. I would have to say this is probably one of their weakest ones. I was a little disappointed with this opening credit sequence. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still nice and it's still really cool looking and all that. But if you compare it to the other shows that I told you about, definitely one of the more weaker ones, I think. 2003. And there's Joel, Mandalorian. It's Mando. Now this is close to like the opening prologue in the game. If I remember correctly, the prologue actually started at night or in the late afternoon when Joel actually comes back from work. So it's nice to kind of see the morning of that day.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, so here we're actually getting introduced to Tommy much earlier. Again, this is taking place the morning of the day this whole started to happen in the video game. Little foreshadowing, with the watch. Again, I love this because you get to see like, okay, she gets the watch. She gets some money to help pay for the watch repair. All this was planned earlier in the day. I thought that was really, really cool to like kind of see that play out. We actually get to meet the neighbors. Something that we haven't had a chance to really see in the game. We know something happened. You'll see what that means in a little bit.
Sarah will be by later. She'll stay as long as you want. Tell you all about Atkins.
Atkins. Do people even go on Atkins anymore? I think something was up with that kid. They have been like getting some of the early symptoms of whatever is happening.
20.
That's it?
Okay, 30.
20's good.
Probably would have reacted the same way. $20 to fix a watch? That doesn't seem like that's too bad, right? I love that because you could tell something's going on. The start of it, and then look at how she's reacting here. You're already getting like the early signs that something major could be happening, but of course she doesn't know because no one's really explaining anything. Love that she gets to see the neighbors, spend some time with the neighbors. Again, it gives you more of like the full impact of when shit literally hits the fan. Gets you like attached to certain people, and so that when things happen, you're like, oh my god, what's happening? You don't really get to experience that through the game.
Chocolate chip?
Raisin.
Never a fan of raisin cookies as a kid either. I always, consider them to be old people's cookies. Sorry, but it's true. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Look at her freaking out in the back. You can tell something's going on. Oh, it's so creepy. Oh, especially when the mouth opens like that. Ah! That's so creepy. I love that.
Well, you're taking some cookies.
Milk and cookies? I want some milk and cookies. Give me some milk and cookies. Of course, as she walks out, as if nothing happened. The dog thinks something's happening. The dog knows. Like they're preparing you for something big that's really going to happen. Not like in the game. The game, they kind of just like, bam, something happens. And like, oh, and then you're trying to figure it out as you're going through. Now, this is really where it starts in the game. Joel comes home, has a conversation with his daughter. This is basically how the prologue starts in the game. Fans of the video game should be very happy about this part because it's literally very close to how it transpires. Very cool.
Where's the cake? Fixed it for you.
Did you?
What?
I don't know anything.
That was lame.
Same joke.
Super lame.
It worked. Worked.
I saw hardcore drugs.
It's better
Nice.
It was only $20. With borrowed from the Adlers.
Oh.
Again, a nice little nod to the game and to the fans to show you how closely they're paying attention to the lore of the game. Now this part we don't really see in the game. Again, it's one of those situations where she passes out, she wakes up, and you know she's trying to find Joel as she's waking up. But now we know where Joel went. Bust Tommy out of jail. Well, bail him out, I should say. And now we are getting back to the continuum of the game storyline.
Dad?
Just love how like she wakes up to this crazy, you know, the helicopter noise, the sirens, the explosions, like what's happening, right? Like a perfect setup for like a horror type of movie or setting. You know, that's never good. Now, of course, in the game, she doesn't go out. At least I don't think you could let her go out. I'm not sure. I've always like had her in the house.
Come on, let's get you home.
I love this part. This is the first sense of what the fuck is happening. Goes into the house, the neighbor's house. It's so freaking creepy. For some reason, I was expecting to see something in the background, like walking by, like kind of like it, like, you know, meh. I'm glad they didn't do that. That's a kind of cliche. Oh, man. See, the minute I see that, I am gone. That's not a good sign. This poor guy over here. Like, over there. Oh, grandma, no. You know, this is an interesting effect. They kind of have like these feathers. Like, again, it's a fungal thing coming out of their mouths. So I guess in a way it's like the early stages of what happens before their heads kind of like explode into like the clicker form. This time Joel arrives with Tommy instead of Tommy picking them up later. Instead of shooting somebody, he busts them over the head with a wrench. And now we're in the car. Now in the game, this is like a huge, like kind of driving cutscene. But as the character, you are Sarah. You're the daughter. And you get to kind of like look around to see all the stuff that's happening as you drive by them. And I think they did an awesome job in capturing that in this episode. The cops, you know, zooming by. And everything is in the point of view of you in the car. There's the burning house. Again, directly from the game. Such a brilliant way to handle it. I think they did a good job there with that. And then the...
What are you doing? Got a kid, Joe. So do we. Keep driving.
We can put them in the back.
Now all this is a little bit embellished and adjusted, but it makes more sense this way because, again, you're not playing the game, so you have to find a way to put them where you need them to be, but still also show the chaos and the manic madness that's happening within their town. So they do it in a more narrative way. Now this is crazy how they're showing like all of these planes trying to land. Like they're all going to the airport all at the same time. Oh, I love how they did this. Look, you could tell like the close quarters tightness of everything. Everyone running away in a panic. Again, all point of view of in the car. As he's narrating. Now, see, I thought they were going to crash here because in the game you do. But yeah, this, just like in the game, how everyone's just like flooding the streets, running like mad. It's crazy. It really gives you like that anxiety. And this is where it gets nuts. Not in the game, this part, but I loved how they did this. It's brilliant. Look at that plane. Oh, boom. Ooh. And that's how they crash. So it's the debris of the plane that forces the car to kind of crash and flip over instead of them being in an accident. But that really definitely added to crazy drama, the crazy intensity, you know?
We gotta get off the street.
That's how they get separated. And now Joel and Sarah have to make their way out. Oh, man. Get out of there. Oh, that's so... Now, I don't want people to start thinking this is like a zombie show, because it's not. It's very different. But look at this chase scene. Oh, my God. This is so intense. Look at that. Oh, run, run! Then we get the military encounter. So in the game, you are running towards the bridge. So they're actually much closer to the bridge, and they're running like through hills and all that stuff like that. They're still pretty much in the perimeter of the town, but this is pretty much exactly how this part happens. And oh man, I don't think I'm ready for this. But man, don't do it.
Sir, we are not sick.
Tommy to the rescue. Fortunately, it's a little bit too late. I don't want to see this.
No. Okay. You're okay. You're okay. Move your hand, baby. Move your hand. No. I know. I know it hurts. Come on, baby. You're okay. I know, baby. I know. I know this hurts. You're gonna be okay. All right. Baby.
The acting.
I gotta get you up. Okay? I gotta get you up. All right? You come on. I know, baby. No, I know. Tommy, help me! Joe. Come on, baby girl. I gotta get you up.
Oh no.
Come on, get up. Come on, baby girl. Come on.
Hold on. It's like you know it's coming, but it's still so impactful and emotional. Still got me. Still freaking got me. In the theater, everyone was sobbing. I mean, there wasn't like a dry eye during that moment. Like when I was playing the game, it got me. Watching it twice as a series, it got me. Freaking. Again, that's the power of the acting too. I mean, God, so powerful. Jesus. Whew. Hey everybody, are you a fan of collectibles, action figures, Funko Pops, and all that stuff like that? Do me a favor and visit entertainmentearth.com and you won't be sorry. Entertainment Earth is the premier place online for the latest and greatest toys, the most exciting action figures, and the coolest gifts and collectibles pop culture has to offer. From television, movies, sports, celebrities, comics, internet memes, and every fandom in between, they drop new products daily and curate their selection so that you don't miss out. Whether you're looking for something stellar from a galaxy far, far away with Star Wars, or from the streets of Gotham City with DC Comics, they've got surprises for everyone. Get access to exclusive releases and limited run pre-orders. You can even reserve hard-to-find items before they arrive. From Funko to Hasbro, all your favorite vendors are represented in their robust catalog of cool collectibles. Take advantage of their unparalleled industry expertise and make your collection as worthy as Marvel's Thor. They are pleased to offer risk-free shopping with their industry-leading mint condition guarantee and hassle-free 90-day returns. Find that grail you're seeking for yourself or someone you love. And because I know how special they are and how they're going to be great for a lot of you out there, I worked a special deal with them that if you check out the link featured in the description of this episode, you will get 10% off plus free shipping over orders of $40 or more. I mean, that is fantastic, don't you think? Now, the 10% discount is only good for in-stock merchandise, so it doesn't work for any pre-orders, but if you take a look at their site, there's going to be a lot of stuff they have in stock that you'll probably want to get. So again, visit that special link in the description of this episode to take advantage of this awesome 10% offer plus free shipping and buy yourself or a loved one something really cool. Entertainment Earth, so many toys, so much fun. And we fast forward 20 years later. Then you get the full understanding of exactly what's happening. And this is another heartbreaking. Don't really see this in the game, but in a way it's for them to convey where they are now, 20 years now. Either the city's in ruins. This is Boston. Nature has taken over for the most part. You got the government, controlling all the quarantine zones, safe houses, all that stuff. Fedra. I do have to say this. She has excellent bedside manner.
How did you get this?
Oh, man. The moment you see that, you know this kid's in trouble. Oh, Red don't mean that's good. Oh, sorry, kid. And great bedside manner. Look how calm he is. Believing the lies. Oh. Or maybe it's medicine, right? Maybe. Again, this is all added stuff to show you the gravitas of the situation. Again, where they are now, what they have to do. None of this was really in the game. There's Joel. Grade. Those shoes. Remember those shoes? Oh, this poor kid. No. Oh, that's so rough. Oh. Oh, man. That's heartbreaking. Oh. You understand. They're explaining to you how they have like their ration tickets, how they're surviving, what they have to do, all that stuff. I love the soundtrack too. It's very close to the game. Ooh, yeah. Public executions. Rough. And here you can kind of understand how he has like an in with some of the military personnel. Have like a little black market, meds and drugs. Here's Tess. We're going to introduce a Tess for the first time. A scumbag. So what's interesting, I guess for the sake of time and flow of the story, again, you're not doing missions, right? So we get introduced to this guy earlier on with his conversation with Tess. Instead of Tess and Joel really hunting him down, right? So we get to understand his importance and why Tess is pissed off with him. Because in the game, it just picks up with Tess coming back home with Joel just woke up. And then, understanding what just transpired and all that. And why they have to kind of like look for him. This shocked the hell out of me when I saw this. I was like, what the hell is this explosion? But then you get to see the fireflies at work for the first time. And why the government can't stand them. And why they're kind of like renegades and all that. Oh, you don't want to be there. Oh no. There's Firefly. And talk about wrong place, wrong time, huh? Tess is just not having a good day. Not having a good day. Oh, and we meet Ellie for the first time. Again, different flow of events here, but we're also getting some understanding as to, okay, this is why she's here. This is what's happening.
5, 6, 7, 8. Fuck you. And hold out your
Bella is so good.
name slowly. Veronica.
But like I said in my review, she's great, and you could see Ellie in her, but she definitely turned it up a notch, right? Is it just me? She's like at an 11 right now. The sass, the attitude and all that. Like Ellie has that, but when we were first introduced to her, she didn't have it that strongly, right? Here's the local shortwave guy, communication hub, people trying to find lost ones or whatever. Of course, we know Joel's trying to find Tommy.
But you're sure Tommy's okay?
Well, as sure can get, give or take. I love how they're showing the dust. I wonder if that's to kind of help pinpoint like the spores, but that's probably going to come more into play later on in future episodes. Obviously, they can't inhale the spores or else they'll get infected. There's a broken watch. Now, I think this is the part like we're kind of more in sync with the game. But Tess doesn't go and to bed and hugs him and stuff. This is all different. But at least we get a full understanding that there's a relationship going on here. Unlike in the game where it's kind of implied, but it's not really, shown.
I got jumped by a couple guys.
What guys?
Just a couple teenagers. Said some shit.
I just had a bad day.
No, I promised Robert that you wouldn't hurt him. But I would very much like for you to hurt him.
That's hint. Yep. Just exactly like in the game. And it becomes this hunt for Robert. And we're introduced to another important character here in Marlena. Sorry, not Marlena, Marlene. Marlene. One of the head members of the Fireflies.
Don't worry, I don't want anything. But if you're feeling lost,
Tell me to look for the light and I'll break your jaw.
Oh, I love it. Pedro's so good. Ellie's freaking out of control. Her favorite switchblade knife.
Safest, and you were safe there until you decided to sneak out. A terrorist? Was Riley a terrorist?
Oh, Riley. Now, I know in future episodes, I think we're going to get flashbacks of her and Riley from the Left Behind DLC of The Last of Us. Really takes place before all of this. And you get to see how Ellie is in this predicament and how she becomes the main focus of importance in having to get her to where they need to get her to. I can't wait for that.
What I'm about to tell you cannot be repeated to anyone. Because if you do, I assure you, you will die.
So at this point, I think Ellie is pretty much aware that she is very important, right? So ooh.
This one's done.
Look at that.
Down
It's
there last time?
it's really creepy how you can see how this infection really affects somebody. Yeah, he was probably just hanging around. Permanently. And Robert appears to be dead. I think that was Robert. I don't know. Yeah, and that's the battery. So this whole encounter is a little different than how it was in the game, but it still serves its purpose because this is where you have the handoff now of, you know, Ellie and having to get her to where she needs to get to. Ellie, Joel, Ellie.
Better reason than you do. No offense, but Tommy's just one man. It's our business to know things.
To know things. You're the cause of it. You turned my own brother against me.
Okay, Joel. That was a lot of gunfire. Fedor's gonna be on the way. I know.
Again, you get to, you know, learn and understand a little bit that Tommy left to join the Fireflies.
Not just a battery. The whole thing. Fueled up truck. Guns, supplies, all of it. I swear.
Terms of the deal. See, there you go.
I swear.
Similar to the game, but laid out differently, but still effective.
Okay, here's the deal. We'll get her to your crew at the State House, but before we hand her over, they give us everything that we want. If not, we kill her there and then. Deal.
Really? That fast?
You are all that matters. My team.
I like that because it is very fast. It's much faster than how it was in the game. Because, again, in the game, Tess actually goes with Marlene to verify that they have all of these things that they can offer them. Weapons, all that stuff. While Joel takes Ellie to kind of like a checkpoint, like a safe house, like a halfway in between, whatever the case is. And then that's where Tess and them meet up to continue and verify and all that stuff like that. And it's like, all right, it's legit. Let's go. But definitely they're, you know, picking it up just a little bit here, but still just as effective. So I think that's really cool. I like it. I like how they're doing it.
Give us a minute, all right?
What the fuck?
What's the plan?
He's nuts.
So who's Bill and Frank? The radio's a smuggling code, right? 60s song, they don't have anything new. 70s, they got new stuff. What's 80s?
I do like that coding system though. That's really cool.
Killing time.
But what am I supposed to do?
I'm sure you'll figure that out.
Your watch is broken.
That was shit, Sherlock. But again, the great chemistry. Same kind of back and forth like in the game. Love it.
Here, what's it matter?
But you know where to go. So we're gonna be okay.
Well, that's the plan. Maybe. Hopefully. Certainly.
They kept saying like wake me up before you go.
Haha, 80s. Uh-oh. Danger.
Gotcha. 80s means trouble.
Boom.
Listen.
Holy shit, I'm actually outside. Oh,
Like, what are you doing, crazy? Better hide. Don't get caught. It's not gonna be good. Of course you're gonna get caught. Just pissing. Just a little pee break. Hey, I know you. You gave me them pills. So much for a little, you know. So much for help. Give him some pills. He gives you some shit. All this part has been expedited just for this, because this was like a long kind of journey in the game to get to somewhat of this part, but very important scene.
Fucking mind. Fucking bitch. Get out of the fucking way. Whoa, whoa. We can fix this. Move. Move.
Not this time. Nope. That's right. I ain't gonna let it happen again. Look at Joel go nuts. Joel, the animal coming out. And look at Ellie's face. Like either she's shocked or like admiring it. At the rage. Uh-oh.
No, I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I'm not sick. Look. This is 3 weeks old. Nobody lasts more than a day. Just as look at they old to you. You would have killed me. Fucking killed you. When did it happen?
Yep. And that's when we learn he is special. I like how it's like biological contained area, but yet, you know, they have someone that, you know, too late. Oh, Depeche Mode, 80s. Danger. Oh, I love the choice of this song too. So perfect, so fitting. And look at that. Oh. What a way to like end the episode too. It's like they end it in a cliffhanger, right? But I love how that sequence goes, because the main crux of the story was just revealed, but there was like no further explanation. You know, you find out, okay, she's infected, but she's had this thing for a long time, which doesn't normally happen. So all of a sudden it changes the dynamic of what they're doing, right? They think they're just doing this simple thing. And then now it becomes a huge importance, because who is this girl and why do we have to get her to where she needs to go? And then that's when everything changes. Everyone's like their lives, their mission, their way of thinking changes. That's why like the way they ended this episode was so brilliant, because again, with the code, the 80s song, that means trouble, but also revelation, right? So very, very smart. I love how they did that. It's so brilliant. But yeah, so that was episode 1. I think, again, it's a perfect pilot to the series. And basically, it's a nice setup and setting the tone of what is to come and what is to be expected and all that. And like I said, the way they ended the episode was pretty brilliant, because, you know, you get this big reveal and they kind of just leave it in a cliffhanger and all that. You know, everyone's lives at that point is going to change forever. And I think it's really smart, especially again, if you're very familiar with the video game. This is the part where you get excited now, because, you know, we just had this 1.5 hour long episode or whatever have you. And we've only covered just a little bit of the surface, and there's so much more to come. So I'm so excited. But let me know what you all think about the episode. You know, first episode down, several more to go. Looking forward to the following weeks. Let me know your thoughts and feelings. Let me know how you felt, if you are a fan of the game, how you felt they handled this first episode. You know, what they included, what they added, maybe some of the stuff that they took out that was not necessary. You know, let me know all your thoughts about that. And I definitely would love to, you know, hear your thoughts and have conversations with all of you, especially fans of the game. And if you're not a fan of the game or you've never played the game, how did you feel about this episode? Did it grab your attention? Hopefully it did, because it'll be great to have you on board to keep watching week to week. But yeah, excited. Next week, I'll be watching the episodes fresh. So definitely stay tuned for that. Again, if you haven't done so already, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time a new video is uploaded onto the channel. Looking forward to watching more of The Last of Us with all of you. So until next time, stay cool, stay classy, stay safe, and stay sane. And I'll see you all next week. All right, peace out, y'all.